Welcome back to the True Detectives podcast.
Yes, welcome back.
You know we love bringing you the wildest, most bizarre, stories of detective work.
The truly unexpected, mysteries that you just wouldn't believe.
Exactly. And this week, we've got a real doubleheader.
Oh, yeah.
2 crazy investigations.
Ooh, I love a good twist.
That's what we're all about, right?
Right.
Twisting what you thought you knew about solving crimes, taking you to these worlds where the normal, everyday stuff suddenly becomes extraordinary.
It's going to be quite a ride. Buckle up.
So, as always, we're going to try and figure out what's fact, what's fiction, what's just plain out there.
Let's separate the truth from the tall tales.
And maybe, just maybe, uncover a few crazy mysteries along the way.
Because who doesn't love a good mystery, right?
Right. So, if you're digging this, hit that rate button, follow the show. And let's jump right into investigation number 1.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so imagine a world where those superpowered detectives you see in comics and movies, they're real.
Not just real, but like a normal part of society.
Yeah, they're respected, revered, almost like superheroes, But instead of fighting villains, they're solving crimes with their incredible abilities.
I mean, that's a pretty cool concept, right? A society that values these extraordinary individuals uses their powers for good.
Absolutely. And that's where we meet Anya. Now, Anya, she's just a regular teenager, no super strength, no telepathy, none of that jazz.
So she's the odd one out in this world. The ordinary girl in a world of extraordinary detectives.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But what she does have is this deep-seated passion for solving mysteries.
The old-fashioned way, you mean?
Exactly. Logic, deduction, the whole 9 yards. She's a huge fan of classic detective stories like Sherlock Holmes, those guys.
It's interesting, isn't it, how even in a world where you could have mind-reading detectives, there's still something appealing about that classic detective work.
Totally. There's something about the power of observation, putting the pieces together.
Like a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. Like a puzzle. Anyway, so picture this. A big public event. A huge crowd gathered for the unveiling of a brand new monument to Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. A monument to the master of deduction himself.
Right. The atmosphere's electric. Everyone's buzzing with excitement.
Uh-huh.
And then, bam, the curtain drops. It's not Sherlock Holmes on that pedestal.
Oh, who is it then?
It's Anya. Her face cast in bronze for the whole world to see.
Whoa, hold on. That's unexpected. I bet the crowd went nuts.
Oh, yeah, you can say that again. Confusion, disbelief. Some people were even angry. They're looking at this statue of a normal teenage girl right next to the monuments of legendary super detectives.
That's like, what's she doing there? She doesn't belong.
Right. And to make matters worse, this guy at the front, he just shouts out, "What kind of detective can't even see her own face on a statue?" Super sarcastic, totally humiliating.
Ouch. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Anya just wants to melt into the ground. She's mortified.
But hold on, if she's such a good detective, wouldn't she be curious? Like, why is her face on that statue?
You're totally right. And that's where things start to get interesting. As she's trying to escape the spotlight, she starts noticing these little things. A shadow that disappears too quickly, people avoiding eye contact, a hand darting into a coat pocket.
Huh. Little things that most people wouldn't even notice.
Exactly. But Anya, her mind's trained to pick up on these subtle details.
Years of reading those detective novels paying off, I guess.
Totally. And then it hits her. This whole statue thing, it's a distraction. It's too weird, too out of place. Something else is going on.
She's thinking like a detective, looking beyond the obvious, considering other possibilities.
Right. And she can't keep it to herself. She pushes through the crowd and shouts, "Wait, a statue isn't the unveiling, it's the distraction."
Oh, that's bold, calling out the whole situation right there in front of everyone.
I know, right? And the crowd. They go from confused to angry. Everyone's yelling, demanding answers. It's total chaos.
And I bet that chaos is exactly what someone wanted.
You got it. Because right at that moment, a scream pierces through the noise. A woman's collapsed, a dart sticking out of her neck.
Okay, so someone's trying to kill this woman, and they used the statue unveiling as a cover.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Everyone's looking for a superpowered culprit. They assume it must be someone with, telekinesis or some crazy power to control darts.
Makes sense, right? In a world of super detectives, you'd expect a supervillain too.
But Anya, she's thinking differently. She's not looking for superpowers. She's looking for those little inconsistencies, those details that don't add up.
She's sticking to her classic detective methods. Observation, deduction.
Yep. And it pays off. She spots this elderly woman, just calmly standing there amidst the chaos, hands tucked in her sleeves. And as the police officer rushes towards the victim, Anya sees it. A flash of metal as the woman drops something small and cylindrical.
Something she was hiding in her sleeve. Maybe a weapon.
Maybe. But Anya, she's already putting the pieces together. She shouts, "That's not a cane." The officer hesitates for a second, then lunges towards the woman. They struggle, there's a muffled gunshot, and then silence.
Wow. So it wasn't a superpowered assassin after all. Just someone using good old-fashioned trickery and a silenced gun.
Exactly. And you know what Anya does that evening?
Let's celebrate. Bask in the glory of solving the case.
Nope. She goes home and curls up with her favorite detective novels.
Really? That's kind of cool, actually. Staying grounded, focusing on what she loves.
Yeah, and it really highlights the point of the whole story, you know. It wasn't superpowers that saved the day. It was Anya's sharp mind, her ability to see the ordinary and the extraordinary.
It's what they call the Watson paradox, right? The idea that in a world obsessed with the extraordinary, the power of observation becomes even more important.
You got it. It proves that great detectives aren't just born, they're made. It's about practice, discipline, and a keen eye for detail.
It's a good lesson for all of us, really. Sometimes the most extraordinary solutions come from the most ordinary methods.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, so that was our first investigation. A normal girl solving an extraordinary crime in a world full of super detectives.
Oh.
Now, for our second case, we're going somewhere a little more familiar. A small town, quiet, peaceful.
But we all know that small towns can have their own secrets.
Oh, absolutely. And this town is no exception. Our main guy in this story is Detective Max. Now, Max, he's got a bit of a, well, let's just say he's not a fan of dogs.
You're not a fan. We're full-blown scared of them.
You hit the nail on the head. We're talking full-blown phobia, like heart racing, cold sweats, the whole shebang.
So, not the best trait for a detective, especially if his partner's a canine unit.
Funny you should mention that. Max's new partner is Officer Jenkins. And Jenkins has a German Shepherd named Rufus. A very energetic, very enthusiastic German Shepherd.
Oh no, this is not going to end well for Max, is it?
Not their first meeting, that's for sure. Picture this. Max, all sharp in his suit, ready to tackle the day, and bam! Rufus comes bounding in, all muddy paws and slobbery greetings.
Oh no, I can practically see the muddy paw prints on his suit.
Let's just say Max wasn't thrilled. And to add insult to injury, Jenkins tells him their new case. Missing pets.
Missing pets. That's got to be a blow to Max's ego.
Right. This is a detective who's used to dealing with, serious stuff. And now he's on poodle patrol.
The glamorous life of a small-town detective.
Tell me about it. So they get their first lead, and it takes them to this cute little cottage, overflowing with cat toys. Inside, they meet Lily, a young girl who claims she can understand her missing cat.
Wait, understand? Like talk to animals, understand.
Not talking, exactly. But she says she can feel what her cat feels, like she knows her cat's scared or hungry.
That's a bit out there, even for a small town.
Max thinks so, too. He's all about logic and evidence, so this whole feeling what your cat feels thing, it's a bit much for him. He tries to brush it off, says the cat will probably come back on its own.
But I bet Jenkins is a little more open-minded.
Jenkins, always up for good mystery.
Yeah.
He nudges Max, tells him to just ask Lily if her cat sensed anything weird before it disappeared.
So Max humors them, asks Lily about her cat.
Reluctantly, yeah. But then Lily describes this feeling of fear, this constant sniffing, whining, and a sense that something bad was coming.
Not just any bad, but something specific. Ominous, almost.
Yeah, and that's when Max and Jenkins share this look. Like, okay, maybe there's more to this missing cat thing than we thought.
It's the start of a good mystery, right? When the ordinary becomes extraordinary.
For sure. And things escalate quickly. More cats go missing. And Lily, well, she picks up on the same disturbing vibes from each one. Intense, cold, calculated presence, and the sound of a van.
So they have some clues, some leads.
Right. But it's all vague, No faces, no license plates, just these feelings.
It's like they're working with a blurry picture. Enough to know something's wrong, but not enough to see the whole picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where Jenkins and Rufus, surprisingly, make a breakthrough. They're out searching, and Rufus catches this scent. Leads them to this half-open garage. The place reeks of chemicals, and inside, well, it's not pretty.
Cages, I bet. Maybe some kind of lab equipment.
Cages, yeah, but modified, like they're rigged with some weird devices. And there are these blueprints for a giant collar, like huge.
A giant collar? What, for a bear?
Maybe. But then Max's radio crackles to life. It's Lily, and she's frantic. She says they took Sammy, the Johnson's dog.
Okay, things are definitely getting serious now. It's not just cats anymore. They're taking dogs, too.
And it gets worse.
Ugh.
Lily says she heard them talking about kids.
Kids. Oh, no. This just took a really dark turn.
I know, right? Suddenly, Max's fear of dogs seems pretty insignificant. They race over to the Johnson's lab, and it's total chaos. Dogs barking, people screaming, fur flying everywhere.
Sounds like a scene from a movie.
It was. And in the middle of it all, Rufus is surprisingly calm. Like he knows what's up, you know?
Maybe some dogs just rise to the occasion, become heroes.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Max, the guy who's terrified of dogs. He's holding back this giant Saint Bernard, keeping it from attacking anyone.
Wow, talk about facing your fears head on.
Right. And then he sees it. This shadowy figure trying to put one of those giant collars on a little girl.
Oh, God, no. They're actually trying to kidnap children.
Yeah, and something just snaps in Max. He forgets his fear, forgets everything but that little girl. He charges at the kidnapper, and they go down in this tangle of limbs and fur.
Talk about a dramatic showdown.
It was intense. Finally, the kidnapper's subdued, tied up with Rufus standing guard.
Good boy, Rufus.
Max checks on the little girl, makes sure she's okay. And then he looks at Rufus. And Rufus, he's just calmly sitting there looking at Max.
Like a silent understanding passing between them.
Yeah. It's like, in that moment, Max realizes maybe dogs aren't so bad after all. Especially when they help save a town and, reveal a hidden courage you didn't know you had.
That's a pretty powerful realization. And a testament to how our perceptions can change when we're faced with extraordinary circumstances.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Two very different investigations. Two detectives who overcome their own unique challenges to become unlikely heroes.
It makes you think, doesn't it, about how we perceive the world, how we react to the unexpected.
Totally. I mean, what stood out to you from these stories? Was it Anya's sharp mind, her ability to see the ordinary in the extraordinary? Or was it Max's transformation, facing his fear to become a protector?
And for our listeners out there, think about your own lives. Do you ever find yourself searching for the complex solution when maybe the answer lies in the simple details you're overlooking?
And what about those unexpected allies? The ones who might seem like obstacles at first, but turn out to be your greatest strengths.
Food for thought, right?
Definitely. And if you're hungry for more stories like these, more dives into the bizarre and fascinating world of True Detectives,
make sure you hit that rate button and follow the show.
we'll be back next week with more unbelievable cases, more twists and turns, and more explorations of human, and sometimes animal, nature.
See you then.
See you then.